Well, welcome to Fractions, Part 1, Parts of a Fraction. Actually, let me turn the timer on because what I'm doing, these are designed to be 10-minute lessons. And so I've set a timer for 10 minutes and it'll go off. And they're designed to give brief inputs on different topics in math. And this is Part 1 of Fractions. So I'm going to give you a brief input and then we will do some examples about what I'm talking about, and then I will give you some practice exercises. And when I give you the practice examples, I'm going to ask you to put the DVD on pause, or pause it on the website, and do the example and then turn it back on again. So let's give it a try. So we're going to talk about parts of a fraction. Well, first of all, let's set a little context. We encounter fractions throughout our entire lives. I mean, we have a half a pound of flour, a quarter of a pound of salami. If we're working as a carpenter and we're doing measurements, we may have to measure 6 feet 6 5/8 inches. So fractions are in our entire lives and in almost everything we do. And they're the basis of the higher order mathematics once we get past the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So fractions are very important for us to move along in mathematics. So we're going to talk about the different parts of a fraction. Let's take this fraction, 3/4. Well, there are 3 parts to this fraction. The top part, which is called the numerator, and the big numerator, the name, that's the name, but you just remember it as the top. The bottom part of a fraction is called a denominator. And that's the bottom. And I remember denominator because the bottom is down and denominator begins with a D. So we have a numerator, a denominator, and then we have this, and this is a division line. And this fraction actually means 4 divided into 3. So 3/4. We have the numerator, a denominator, and this division line. And it means the bottom part, the denominator, divided into the numerator. 4 divided into 3. So those are the parts of the fraction. Now, the parts of the fraction tell us some interesting things. The numerator, or let's say the denominator, the part that's down, tells us how many pieces are in one whole. So in the fraction 3/4, there are 4 pieces in one whole. The top part tells us how many pieces we are using. Bottom part tells us how many pieces are in the whole. Top part tells us how many pieces we are using. Let's take a look at this. Let's draw a picture of the fraction 3/4. Well, this is one whole. And the bottom part tells us there's 4 pieces in the whole. So I drew 4 pieces. The top part tells us we're interested in 3 of those pieces. Again, the denominator tells us how many pieces are in one whole. The numerator tells us how many pieces we are interested in. Let's take a look at another fraction. Let's take this fraction, 4/5. Well, the bottom part, the denominator, tells us there are 5 pieces in one whole. One, two, three, four, five. 5 pieces in one whole. The top part tells us how many pieces we're interested in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's look at another one. 5/8. Well, the bottom part tells us there are 8 pieces in one whole. So we can draw that. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that should give us 8. 8 pieces in one whole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're interested in 5 of them. So that would be 5/8. Good. Let's see if I give you some problems now. And let's see what you can do. On your notebook or a piece of paper, draw the fraction 1/2. Now stop the playing of the on the website and draw the fraction 1/2 and then turn it back on again. Well, okay. The bottom part, the denominator, tells us there's 2 pieces in the whole. So we make 2 pieces. Top part tells us we're interested in only one of those pieces. So that's 1/2. Good. Let's try another one. 2/5. On your notebook or on a piece of paper, stop the playing and draw the fraction 2/5. Okay, let's see how you did. Bottom part tells us there's 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top part tells us we're interested in 2 of them. Excellent. Good. Let's try another one. 7/10. So draw the fraction 7/10. So put the pause the playing, and in your notebook draw the fraction 7/10 and then turn it back on again. Okay, let's see how you did. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 pieces in the whole, and we're interested in 7 of them. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be 7/10. Excellent. Oh, and of course you could have drawn it this way. You could have drawn 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 that way and colored in 7. Either way is fine. Now let me give you this. Now this time you write the fraction. I've drawn a picture of it. Now you write the fraction. Put it on pause and in your notebook, write the fraction, then turn it back on and let's see how you did. Well, okay, let's see. Well, we have 1, 2, 3 pieces in the whole, so we know that the denominator is 3, and we're interested in 1 of them, so that would be 1/3. Good. Let's try another one. Now, what fraction is that? I drew the picture of it. Now you write the fraction. let's see. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces in the whole, so that's the denominator. And we're interested in 5. Well, my 10 minutes is up. So let's just have a quick review. Let's do a quick review. Fraction has 3 parts. A numerator, or the top, a denominator, or the bottom, and a division line. The denominator, the bottom part of a fraction, tells us how many pieces are in one whole. So in this fraction there are 8 pieces in one whole. The top part of the fraction tells us how many pieces we're interested in. If we drew a picture of this fraction, there'd be 8 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'd be interested in 7 of them. Well, that's it. That's the parts of a fraction. Now, I'm not sure if on the website there is a worksheet that accompanies this lesson, but if there is, it'll be called Fractions Part 1, Parts of a Fraction. If there are, open up the worksheet and see if you can work those problems. Okay, thank you very much for your attention.